In this video, you will learn about the values of the trigonometric functions for quadrantal angles. Before we begin, let's think about what happens when the terminal side of an angle lies along the x-axis, resulting in y equals 0. When y equals 0, notice that r, the radius, equals the square root of x squared plus y squared, which equals the absolute value of x. This means that if the terminal side of an angle lies along the positive x-axis, x is greater than 0, y equals 0, and r equals x. If the terminal side of the angle lies along the negative x-axis, x is less than 0, y equals 0, and r equals the absolute value of x. A similar argument can be made for the y-axis that results in r equals the absolute value of y. Let's make a table to show the values of the trigonometric functions when the terminal side of theta lies along each of the axes. Using what we know, we can fill in the table as follows. Remember that some values are undefined due to division by 0. Let's evaluate the following expressions if possible. We will begin by determining the terminal side of the given angles. Also, we will see what it means to rotate counterclockwise by a certain number of degrees. Take a look at the different angles represented in parts A and B. We will be looking for the terminal side of a 270-degree angle, a negative 270-degree angle, and a 450-degree angle. Let's begin with 270 degrees. Rotating 270 degrees counterclockwise from the positive x-axis brings us to the negative y-axis. However, rotating counterclockwise by negative 270 degrees would bring us to the positive y-axis. For the 450-degree angle, we need to first subtract 360 degrees, since 450 degrees is more than one full rotation around the circle. 450 minus 360 equals 90 degrees, which is a quarter of the circle, placing the terminal side on the positive y-axis. Now, for part A, use the table to find the values of cosine of 270 degrees and sine of 450 degrees. Earlier, we determined that the terminal side of a 270-degree angle is the negative y-axis. And here, we can see that the cosine of 270 degrees is equal to 0. We also determined that the terminal side of a 450-degree angle is the positive y-axis, and here we can see that the sine of 450 degrees is equal to 1. Therefore, cosine of 270 degrees plus sine of 450 degrees is equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1. Lastly, for part B, use the table to find the values of cotangent of 270 degrees and tangent of negative 270 degrees. Earlier, we determined that the terminal side of a 270-degree angle is the negative y-axis, and the terminal side of a negative 270-degree angle is the positive y-axis. Here, we can see that the cotangent of 270 degrees is equal to 0, and that the tangent of negative 270 degrees is undefined. Even though the cotangent of 270 degrees is defined as 0, the expression cannot be evaluated because the tangent of negative 270 degrees is undefined. Therefore, the sum of the two expressions is undefined.